So I got a story to tell. And so basically what happened was this morning I got pulled over, right? Baltimore City Police. And he's like, there's nothing wrong with your license, right? And I'm like, no, there's nothing wrong with my license. And he said, I was like, all right, well, let me go check or whatever. So he checks it. I know. He checks it, and he says that, yeah, your license has been suspended since April. I'm like, that's not the case because I've been doing stuff that required my license to be, valid or whatever. So that's not. I don't think that's possible. He says, yeah, it says, it says that. Oh, my bad. So he says, yeah, it's been suspended, or yeah, it's been suspended since April. I'm like, it's been expired since April because that's when my birthday was, and the pandemic had hit, and there's a mandate that allows one to have an expired license up to 30 days after the close of the state of emergency, right? We're not beyond that. So he was like, I'm not interested in in locking you up or anything like that. I'm like, well, okay. And I wasn't going to give him a whole bunch of back and forth because again, this is like at 5:12 in the morning, still dark. Dude was a Caucasian man, and he was telling me my license was suspended when I know for a fact that it wasn't. So the only thing I could do at the moment in time was to say, all right, listen, if you're willing to let me go, I'll park the vehicle right here at the gas station, and then I'll walk to my house because I'm not too far from it, and I'll call my dad, and we'll just move it from there. And he's like, all right, that seems reasonable or whatever. Cool. So he left. I grabbed everything that I needed to have, and then I walked across the street, down a bit, came back to the vehicle, jumped my happy ass back in the vehicle, and came to work because I know for a fact that my license wasn't suspended, but I wasn't going to tell him that. And for him to say to me, yeah, it's been suspended since April, that means that he didn't know the difference between expired and suspended. But I'm not going to tell the police officer that he looked like he's trying to be made into an idiot and then therefore have more units come after me, right? So I spent the day today trying to find out what's going on with my license. Was there anything that I need to pay or anything like that? Clean and clear. No tickets, no citations, no nothing, right? So I finally get on the phone with MVA since they have been busy the entire day, right? But I've been on the phone with the Maryland State Highway Association, blah, 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 blah. MVA finally answers, and they're saying that, yeah, your license is clear and clear. And this guy was telling me on the phone, you should have told him he was wrong. I think not. So he was like, well, the only thing I can do is pass you on to my supervisor. So the solution was that I needed to tell the officer that he was wrong for mistaking an expired license for or suspended license for an expired license. And I'm trying to tell you, I cannot do that as a black man. Like, that is not the way things work for me. And so I was like, well, listen, is there anything that I can do to, because I can't get an appointment on my own without some sort of help because, again, COVID. And he says, well, listen, since you're having this issue, I'm going to schedule an emergency, listen to me now, an emergency renewal of your license so that you will not have this issue again. I didn't know that was a thing, okay? So since you have to have an appointment in order to go to the MVA now, she scheduled me for first thing Saturday morning where I didn't have to go to work or whatever. And I asked her to send me a copy of my confirmation letter for this appointment so I can print it out and have it on me until Saturday. Because if I continue to put myself in a position where I have to tell an officer that he's wrong, then I might not be around, and I can't let that happen for obvious reasons. So I'm trying to pass this information on to you all, whereas if you feel like, or if you know that your license is expired, you can actually request for an emergency renewal of your license and let folks know that, you know, you can't be going back and forth about, you know, this stuff with officers, because they're not going to let their egos accept the fact that they were wrong. You know, like, there's no way in four hells you're going to tell me that my license is expired when, or excuse me, well, suspended when I've been pulled over since April. You know what I'm saying? And I hadn't had a problem then. So you need to cover your bases, protect yourself, because things aren't right. They've never been right for us. And it's going to end up where we're going to end. You need to be able to protect yourself. Okay?